Hi guys, Chox here, and welcome back to the Gardening 2017 playlist. After the introduction I did a few days ago, today's Thursday, like June 8th. So we're going to try to shoot these on my days off and Sundays. But I did a little bit of gardening, I did a little bit of weeding and cleaned some things up, and I did some transferring. And today I am hoping... So today I will give you a quick view of what I've done with that, and see that? That's awesome. A lovely darling friend of mine sent me some seeds, so I'm going to plant these in the fairy garden because they're all flowers. And yeah, let's get our tools out and get ready to go. These are so cute. Look at that. Look at that. And look at that. So yeah, perfect for the fairy garden. So I'll give you a look at what I did already, and then we'll figure out where we're going to plant these seeds and what we're going to do, because I've got to find my herb seeds too. Got to have a herb garden. Let's have a look. So this little area here, that's what we see from the upstairs room. There's the tall rock. I might have to reinforce that one. I need to trim all around the rocks so that they stand out a little bit more. And that's okay. So let's start here and work counterclockwise today. I just added some manure and messed up the dirt a little bit in there. Let's just put those there for now. Messed up the dirt a little bit in there. I have lost a couple of fairies. I found some broken fairy wings, but the fairy swing is still in effect. And I mean, look, oh, what's going on? Look at how much that's filled in. So I trimmed a bunch of that off. I had a little pile of twigs because it grows like crazy. This is the apple tree, oops, that the fairy swing's hanging off of. And I've kind of left that up to JT to kind of manage and learn about. This is a nice shady spot. But that little apple tree is getting huge, and I kind of like it, but I kind of don't. So the apple blossoms were pretty. Stuff like that. This side garden here, I added manure, and these are the excuse you, we're videoing here. These are the, what are these guys? I don't know. They're pretty. That's all I care about. I think these are tiger lilies. They come up orange. Asiatic lily, I don't even know how to say it. How do you say it? And then I've got Columbine, oh, whatever, right there. So I'm waiting for these guys to bloom, and they should be hot pink, orange, and purple in this garden, which I love those colors, so I'm actually really excited for this. Okay, we've got the initial tulip garden. The tulips are done, but we've got the pretty purple flowering right there, and I also transferred some lily of the valley from the Pier garden to over here. So that's a good thing. Hopefully they'll take. And they get bigger each year, so I'd like, I don't know, I kind of want something blooming in each section for, in turn, you know what I mean? Like when one stops, another starts. Do we still have? Nope. So in here, in this garden, I've transferred some more lily of the valley there to go with those tulips. I've kind of put the rocks down the middle. And then we've got these pretty purple Columbine right here. I've got robins stalking me. And these things, they are so beautiful. Oh, skeeters, come on. They're so beautiful. They just hang there. It's perfect for in the fairy garden. Uh-oh. The green man lost an eyeball again. He's still hanging in there. No, I haven't painted him yet. That's just how it is. Now this part of this bush up here last year was kind of looking like an elephant. I think I may try to make a trunk again. It's kind of an easy thing to do because it grows so quickly and you can bend them and weave them. And yes, I tucked the little snow measuring shovel into there because it was not staying in the ground because it was so old. So now it is around like the vines and the wire. Some more of these beautiful purple flowers. Flowering chives, which are absolutely gorgeous. And then my big rock. It's pretty sturdy, but I may have to reinforce it. Maybe some rock friends with it. So that's the fairy garden. We're just going to get it started, and maybe I should put my tools in here too. figure out where those flowers are gonna go and use my little tools to plant them. Okay, let's go snoop at my other plants. Oh, the dog is crying. So this spot here in front of the house, JT and I aren't really quite sure what we want to do with it. We definitely want to get rid of that rose we tried last year. We're talking about putting peppers there, so you'll have to watch his channels for updates on that. This is a giant peony ant plant. I don't like these because of the ants. And then over here is an overpopulated, I took some of the lily of the valleys from here because it's so overpopulated, it gets really grassy and it's hard to maintenance. So I'm trying to thin things out and trying to keep them going. But these will be in full bloom soon. They're actually really pretty when they open. I just don't like them as a table flower because, oh, hi bee. Oh, Lassie. I don't like them as a table flower because of all the ants that they attract. So you can see ants crawling all over them. And my grandma told me that the ants crawl all over these because they're eating wax off of the buds and stuff. So yeah, let's check that. He's really not dying in there. He's just upset that I'm out here and he's in there. So this is kind of a little bit more of my area here, as you can tell by leftover flower pots of experiments that failed last year. I love these flowering chives. Oh, hi bee. That's a neat looking bee. Can you guys see that? Flew away. We've got that barrel in there with that creeping vine. Virginia creeper, I think somebody called it last year. And then I have all these square pots, so I think we're going to divide them again and try to grow some herbs out of them. Rawr! It's just one of those never-ending try things. Finding the right place for sun and shade. And this is our second year gardening here at this house. So last year was so experimental and such a learning process. Now, also in my gardening endeavors, I want to take these bricks, those bricks, and those round patio stones. I want to flip them and kind of make a bigger pathway that comes along out here to the front of that pier. It makes more sense to me. That feels so crowded in. I have a lot of garden space there and I keep slipping off of these big square ones. So I'm just worried I'm going to kill myself one of these days or literally break an ankle. I rolled off of it the other day on the way to work and it really hurt. So I'd rather not have a walking hazard in the yard for somebody else to get hurt on. And JT wants to do something with this space anyway, so it is going to work out, I think, hopefully, perhaps. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. Let's have a look at the pier garden. So we were at a yard sale and I picked up a ton of these bricks for 10 cents each. So I'm hoping to help along the pathway here because I don't care if they're all different bricks. I want it to be fun. I want it to be inviting and I want it to be safe. I'll show you the pile that I got though. And there's the rest of them. There's 2, 4, 6, 7.5 here. Probably about 10 bricks. I paid 10 cents each for them. I mean, that is a killer price. So I'm going to have fun placing these and seeing where they go. My garden bed is still here, half-assed Pinterest project. It kind of showed up and I was using it as a platform for my other things. So maybe I'll get my pots on there as a starter to make it look a little bit better than like a rock deathbed. I don't know. I don't even know. It looks horrible. I need to do something with it. That's what I know. So over here in the morning shade, it's just like leftover stuff where I was trying to clear it out. Lily of the valley everywhere. And hello, Carl and Annie. We brought them out. They're living in the pier garden. I've missed you. Look at how happy they look being out overlooking such a huge yard after being tucked away in little yards for so long. Welcome to our new place. Welcome to your new home. So, yard gnomes seem to be really safe around here, so we're probably going to have a little bit of fun with these guys, play with them a bit. Now, if you remember last year, these peonies that came up, I transplanted them. And, yep, growing again. Oh, ants. But I don't like having peonies so close to the house because of the damn ants. I don't know if they're planted here to detract the ants from the house. Train, thanks. Or just because the people that lived here before thought they were beautiful. So that end of the pier gardens kind of turned into like the garbage dump for winter. We were actually storing food in that during the cold of the winter because we could. Now it's just like our fireplace cooler. And yeah, that's a trashed pier garden. So hopefully we'll be able to get a little bit more done with this year. And yeah, we have to do our roof right above there too. We have to do our roof up top. So I'm not really trying to be heart set on what's going in this. Oh my God, that's a big fly. So yeah, moving on. Here are some little lilacs that are very dry. Here's some lilacs. I cut from the lilac bushes on the other side of the property. I love lilacs. So I thought I would see if I can transplant them. And then I'm gonna put them right up along the front row. They're gonna be in there with some fruit bushes. Those up at the top there are Saskatoons. So I may actually dig a couple of holes for some more plants to go in right along the front row there. Look through my neighbor's door way down there and you'll see the train go by. I'm so zoomed. I only get to see it when his door's open though. Here's the train. Oh, that was fast. Okay, that's through two neighbors' yards. I'm a bad neighbor. So this little peony here are one of my transplants, and it looked like a lily of the valley came up with it. So that's pretty cool. Really, train? They have to toot at each train crossing. We have two in our little town, and one a mile away. So this is the little peony, one of the transplants. This is my potato box that we built last year. JT laughed at me, but I thought it was a great idea. And it turns out that all the potatoes I've just been hucking in here, I have a tomato plant. I have a tomato plant right there. Right there, do you see it? There's some like horrible potatoes on top of that, but I've got a potato plant growing in my funky potato box. These are branches that we cut off last year, and we wove them all together, and we put chunks of sod that we cut off from the gardens, and yeah, it's doing fabulous. And then right here on the other side of our on the other side of the potato box, there's the other little peony the transplant took. Although I did read online that said, yeah, it probably won't, but yay, they both did. And this one also has a little lily of the valley with it. So we'll just keep an eye and see how these grow. As a side note, oh, there's a cute little beetle. Side note on the potato box, the carragana, but these were all cut down and now it's sprouting again. These things grow like weeds around here and people don't really like them. Like, that's a carragana, that's a carragana. The whole row, hold on. This whole row all the way down to the road is a carragana that's overgrown and out of control. So we literally chopped those branches down and now it's growing another sprout. Those things grow like crazy. Good for borders if you don't care. Okay, while they're not outside plants, I have a couple of succulents that I've just picked up as well. Let me move them to a better spot. So yeah, they're just on a chair in here. Now this little one here, this is a calancho and it gets little tiny flowers on it. This I bought as a 4-inch succulent. And this I bought as a 4-inch succulent. But look, this succulent is flowering. I have never seen anything like this. I'm not very good with plants. I'm not a plant expert or anything. Gordon, not for you. Get down. Get down. Not for you. But this has a flower on it, and that is so cool. So I'll keep track on Instagram how this is doing. Gordon, these plants are not for you. No, you eat plants. Go on. So yeah, I just have some succulents, and I find this is really cool that it's got a little flower on it. Alright you guys, that's the garden plan for me. Thank you so much for joining me in the Garden 2017 playlist. Maybe I should just like make a gardening playlist because I think 15, 16, 17, we're getting a little out of control here. Stay tuned for the next video and find out where I planted these beautiful seeds, and we'll see if any of them have sprouted. Thank you so much for joining me playing outside here in the garden. I really appreciate your comments and feedback as I'm learning about these plants. And being here in Manitoba, it's a whole new experience for me. So having fun with this gardening thing, love having you along for the ride, and I will see you next time in the gardening playlist. Bye guys!